On YouTube, it's Nadine, your Jamaican scholar, and in today's video, I'm talking about postpartum hair loss. Yes, I am. Let's see, what? Almost 9 months postpartum, and I have been in this period of hair loss. I feel like every time Leighton touches my hair is coming out. Every time I comb my hair is coming out. Every time I wash my hair, it looks like Bigfoot just took a shave in my shower. So, I'm going to be talking about how I am actually managing this period of postpartum hair loss. So, of course, stay tuned. So I am currently almost 9 months postpartum, and I have been going through this period of hair loss. It probably started at about 6 months or so. I was having shedding before, but it wasn't anything that I was you know overly concerned about. But it has gotten worse and worse. And I'm just recording a video to talk about how I am dealing with it. I know that this is actually very common among moms. And as somebody with natural hair, I'll be talking about how I am managing that process. So let's get right into it. So the first thing that I'm doing is to not freak out. Postpartum hair loss is actually very, very normal. During pregnancy, all those pregnancy hormones actually reduce the amount of shedding that actually happens. I experienced significant hair growth. My hair looked beautiful during pregnancy, and of course I was loving the growth that I experienced. But of course I noticed, once I took out the protective styling that I had in while I was in Leighton's first few months, I noticed the shedding. And of course, with every wash, every time I detangled or moisturized, like I would just pull my hair and hair would come out. I would run my hand through it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, no. Just as a caveat, I do have a lot of hair, and so for the most part, you can't even tell that I'm experiencing postpartum hair loss. My husband just keeps on giving me the side eye when I complain how Leighton keeps dragging my hair out or all my hair keeps falling out, because he's just like, you have so much hair, what are you worried about? And I'm like, dude. But anyways, so the first thing that I've done is to not freak out. It's actually very normal. Those elevated hormone levels that we experience during pregnancy, they actually go back down, and we start experiencing hair loss again, and we will lose more um, in that adjustment period than you would normally lose. But it is the expectation that after 3 or so months, it should go back to normal. If you are concerned about your hair loss, you can definitely speak to a dermatologist or another medical professional. But currently, I'm not concerned about the amount of hair loss I'm having. So right now, I'm just doing my little tips and tricks to actually manage the process as best as possible. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I'm doing to manage it is to keep on taking my prenatal vitamins. Now, it's one of the things that both my midwife and my son's pediatrician have stressed in every single appointment that I've had with them. It is to keep on taking my prenatal vitamins for as long as I am breastfeeding. And since I have continued to breastfeed, even now, and I plan to continue to breastfeed for a while yet, I'm still taking my prenatal vitamins every single day. If you're not taking prenatal vitamins and you are breastfeeding, it actually can produce visibly worse results with your hair loss. I do have a friend who went through a similar situation, and she told me, yeah, I was kind of careless with my taking vitamins after I had a baby, and I definitely lost way more hair than I was comfortable with and had to make choices. So I would strongly recommend that if you are in postpartum period, especially if you're breastfeeding, you need to continue to take your prenatal vitamins. The third thing that I would say is to hydrate. Your body needs water, especially if you are breastfeeding. You need to continue to produce breast milk. But you also need water for your whole body as well. And so you want to continue to hydrate, continue to drink as much water as you were drinking during pregnancy or even before. You know that definitely helps your hair and skin, so you want to continue to hydrate as much as possible. I am going to admit that clearly when we have young babies, taking care of our bodies become almost like not a priority, but you have to take care of you at least at a very basic level to be able to be able to take care of your baby as well. So I would say the third thing actually is to continue to hydrate. Drink your 8 glasses of water more if you're exercising. Try to keep up with your hydration. It's good for your skin, good for your hair, and of course good for breast milk production. Fourth thing that I would recommend is protective styling. No, protective styling is not going to stop your hair from falling out. However, it reduces the number of times or the amount of manipulation that your hair is going to go through on a regular basis. It definitely helps in terms of reducing breakage when it comes to natural hair anyways. And so if you can reduce the amount of time your hand is going to go into your hair, it would definitely help, and it would help to kind of keep the breakage or the noticeable breakage or the noticeable shedding to times when you are moisturizing your hair or washing and detangling your hair. So in between those instances, you of course wear some kind of protective style. So I am wearing twists right now that I put in when I washed my hair last week, and I'll probably take them out, wear my hair out for a few days, and then I'll wash my hair and put it back into a protective style again. Now, clearly, it's a time saver for me because I work. I have to take care of Leighton, and it helps as well to kind of keep it out of his way because he is very attracted to grabbing and pulling on my hair. But definitely, I would recommend protective styling as a way to reduce the amount of time that you're manipulating your hair, especially if you are getting anxiety whenever you comb your hair and you're seeing all that falling out. Then you probably want to reduce the number of times that you comb your hair per week, right? So that would be another tip. Protective styling as much as possible. So the fifth tip that I want to share with you is moisturizing. It is right up there with drinking the water. I know, guys, that it is very, very challenging to find time to, pull out your hair and moisturize it. When I'm moisturizing my hair, I normally spritz my hair with water and then go through with an oil mixture that I make myself. And even when my hair is in twists, I will do the same thing. I will try to moisturize as much as possible. And so no matter what kind of protective style I'm wearing, I will moisturize a couple times a week. And I find it very, very useful in terms of course, keeping the hair moist, because the more moist your hair is, the more elastic it is, which means less prone to breakage whenever it is stretched, right? Also, even when I don't have time to wash my hair, for example, if I want to keep up with washing my hair every 2 weeks, but I forget to wash my hair or I don't have time to wash my hair, I still continue to moisturize. So some people will think, oh my gosh, my hair is dirty, I'm going to wash it soon, so I'm not going to put any oil in it. Well, the truth is, unless you're having greasy buildup, there is no oil in your hair. Your hair is drying out, which is going to cause it to break even more than it needs to. So you want to make sure that you're keeping it moisturized. I know, again, time consuming because, of course, with a baby, you have other things doing. Chances are, that 1 hour or that half hour or that 20 minutes that you get when the baby is napping, you would like to do something else or just sit mindlessly in front of the TV and relax, as I would like to do. But of course, I would say it is essential to make time to take care of your hair as much as possible. The final point that I'm going to share is washing your hair frequently. Now, again, washing hair, moisturizing hair, those things take a lot of time. However, don't avoid washing and detangling your hair because you don't want to see the hair loss. You want to make time to wash your hair every week or 2 weeks, ideally. Personally, I try for every 2 weeks. Can't tell you that I make that timeline. Sometimes I'm washing my hair every 3 weeks. Depending on what's going on. But of course, with me with working out, because I have eczema also, the itchy scalp actually pushes me to get my hair washed, or and I normally jump in the shower, wash my hair, and when you are washing your hair, you can expect to see the greatest hair loss. um However, if you are detangling your hair at the time that you are washing your hair, then it's going to reduce the amount of breakage, because then the wetter your hair is, the more elastic it is. So when you are detangling it, you are it you know it is stretchy, and so it's more like to stretch than to break. So the hair loss is going to be normal, but of course you want to make sure that when you're actually detangling your hair, you're detangling it wet. And so I would say try to wash your hair frequently and detangle at the time than that you are washing your hair. And a bonus tip for you is, in between washes, finger detangle. Don't actually take a comb to your dry hair. What I normally do is, when I am going to moisturize my hair, I spritz it with water in a spray bottle that I have, and I spritz it, then I add oil and I use my hands to kind of work through it. I will have some shedding then. And I try to work out the tangles, especially because, again, like I said, I am keeping my hair in a lot of protective styling in between, and I don't want to have, locks or patches of locks throughout my hair when I do take whatever protective styling out and I'm combing my hair. So bonus tip, just continue to finger detangle in between washes, especially at the time that you are moisturizing. I have recorded a video some time back with me actually going through that process of moisturizing my hair. And so I will stick it in here after this video so that you guys can see kind of the process that I do. Like I said, I mix my oils myself, and I keep it in like a applicator bottle with a pointy tip that I utilize when I am finger detangling and moisturizing my hair. So that is it for today. For all the other mamas that are out there that are dealing with the postpartum hair loss, definitely leave in the comments below some of the tips that you are using to manage this period. I would definitely love to hear if there are any other tips that I can actually utilize in helping with my postpartum hair loss. I don't know when it is going to end. Like I said, right now I am not too concerned. I think the biggest area that I notice it is in my edges. I know they probably don't look too bad to you guys, but I used to have more edges than this. I again would like to encourage everybody to just not freak out. Try to manage it as best as possible. If, however, you are very concerned, definitely talk to your doctor, see a dermatologist. They can determine if what is happening to you in terms of if you're having any bald spots or stuff like that. If that is abnormal, and they would probably recommend things that you can do, probably some drug or something to help you with that process. So that's it for today. Definitely don't forget to share this video, comment, like, and of course subscribe to the channel. Until next time, this is Nelene, your Jamaican scholar, saying walk good.